Welcome to the Reality After Show coverage of Survivor Season 49, Episode 3, Lovable Losers is the name of the episode for those of you wondering at home.
Oh, perfect.
Yes. And if you caught our intro music, this is not a Love Island podcast, even though it sounds like one.
Wow.
Always hating my production work.
I really feel like it's not even like Love Island USA. It's like Love Island Scotland. It's like
it has a great tune. Okay, I love it.
I like it.
I'm sure.
This podcast has the only intro song that I will rewind 10 seconds on my iPad or my app to listen to it again.
Wow.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
Well, you're Wayne Memmott, stand-up comedian, allegedly. No, I've seen Wayne. I've seen Wayne stand up and sit down. He does them both equally, and he's also a comedian. Wayne Memmott's here. We have Bobby Goodsby, producer extraordinaire here at the Reality After Show Network. Check out Bobby's Twitch daily at Goodsby Bobby. It's the Bobby Goodsby
Twitch.tv/Bobby Goodsby. Also, Johnny, you kind of remind me of a guy that would, had the same nail tech for the last 10 years.
I do. I'm very. I too have had the same nail tech for the last 10 years, but I know a guy that's had the same hair guy for the last 20 years. It's my good friend Charlie Bucket. That's right, Gabe Ortis, my favorite season 47er, and
your favorite new era player, Johnny. Be honest.
Well, I mean, but my favorite season of the new era is 47. So, can I specialize?
No,
can I specialize on top of specializing, or just
you like Jam Jam more than me? Be honest.
Who?
Do you like Jam Jam more than me, Johnny?
Well, you know what? Next Wednesday night, I do, sir, because Jam Jam will be joining me in Chicago, Illinois. That's right. It is the Ultra VIP viewing party. It's me and Jam Jam in Chicago. It is limited to 30 fans and 30 fans only. We're at the Randolph Tower, so they have a room, which is literally like,
dude, this place is wild.
It has like 8 rooms. There's a billiard room. There's televisions throughout. There's a huge bar, and then there's a theater room. So we will be watching Survivor, myself and Jam Jam, and limited to 30 fans. Actually, I think it could possibly 29 fans, because you have to have a security officer that you have to hire to be like, it's so ridiculously VIP. It is free liquor, free beer, free wine, free champagne, free food. You get a Jam Jam and Jonny Fairplay t-shirt. You get a Jam Jam and Jonny Fairplay shirt. It is the coolest ultra VIP thing you've ever done in the history of Survivor. It is the exact opposite of most Survivor viewing parties by a lot. It is very.
You're only charging $100.
That's it. I'm literally losing money. I'm losing money.
Yo, I mean, that's insane. That's the best deal in entertainment right now. I mean, that's crazy.
I agree, and thank you. However, I will say this. I guess I am going to break even because there are only 4 tickets remaining. And that's it.
Nice.
So 26 tickets have sold. There are 4 tickets left. That's it.
So we don't need to talk about it anymore.
No, not really. So yeah, those should be gone tonight. So if you're on the bubble, I would get my tickets right now. That's it. And when you order your tickets, shoot me a message afterwards with your t-shirt size, because me and Jam Jam are going to Pro Wrestling Tees on Tuesday and printing up personally, like hand printing the shirts. Well, we're using the machines. We're not like painting them or anything. But anyway, so I think it's a pretty cool deal. Go to survivortix.com. That's survivortix.com. Get your tickets now.
And next week, I'll also be at a watch party. I'll be at the Bryce and Wen in DC. So be sure to head over to Bryce and Wen on Instagram to get all the details. Go get your tickets while they are still there. I think they're only like $30. Now, you're not getting the VIP experience.
No, you're getting none of that. You're getting none of that. But
if you're in the DMV, because guess what? The people in the DMV, they're not flying out to Chicago.
No. We're good. And
all the folks in the DMV come out to Bryce and Wen. It'll be fun. I'll be there. Some other survivors will be there. Bryce and Wen will be there, obviously. Or no, actually, no. It's not Bryce and Wen in DC next week. It's Ozzy will be hosting the Bryce and Wen in DC. So come hang out with me. Come hang out with Ozzy, Bianca, from 48 it will be there. Geo from 43 will be there, and a few other people. So it's going to be
all your new era
Bryce
favorites.
and Wen, Washington, D.C. next week. Go to Bryce and Wen on Instagram to figure out all the other good details about it. And where you can
Gabe, I have a question. Do you have a hotel room that night in DC?
Yeah. I do not.
I would be willing to wager money that neither you or Ozzy has a hotel room.
I don't like where this is going, Johnny.
Well, no. I think you are. I mean, well, I think you're going to be a second pick if we're doing a schoolyard pick. So all the ladies well, actually, Ozzy's trisexual. He tries it all. If you're a gentleman or a lady and you're looking for Ozzy to spend the night in your hotel room, it is on the table. I would imagine. I don't know for sure. Don't quote me. However, if you're a lady, I mean, Gabe's down for a good Dungeons and Dragons game every here or there. However, if you're a lady in the DC area with a hotel room or an apartment condo or house in close proximity, Gabe Ortis could show up in your house.
I could use a bed to sleep in. And
all right, there we go. I just wanted to put it out there.
And I'll leave it there.
Yeah.
We got a Survivor episode.
What about, would you be down for a 3-way?
With who?
With Ozzy.
No.
That's a swift no. That's a swift no from the crowd.
All right, listen, hear me out. Hottest girl at the event. You and Ozzy.
No.
Wow.
I'm not swapping fluids with Ozzy.
No. Ozzy's not around anything. Ozzy's too advanced. There's no way.
I do feel he's like so back in the day, because when I first met my fiance, she's like, oh my God, you know Ozzy? I'm like, oh whoa, relax. And then she's met Ozzy, she's like, let's shake hands a little less.
Yeah.
We got a Survivor episode to talk about.
All right. Lovable Losers. Is that what it's called?
Lovable Losers, episode 3 of Survivor 49. So the episode opens up with the tribe that has gotten all the airtime so far, the Blue Kelly tribe. And we see Jake, who is kind of the brute alpha male Canadian of this tribe. I think Canadian.
Toronto is wearing a Maple Leafs jersey tonight.
Yeah. Toronto.
Johnny, hit the stop sharing button so we can get back to our normal view.
Oh yeah. I don't know how to do all that.
Yeah, we don't need to advertise it.
He is hanging out in the water, chilling right where the waves are breaking. And next thing you know, he goes, oh my God, a snake just latched onto me. And everybody, Jeremiah and Alex and Sophie, they all, oh my God, what happened? The snake bit you. He goes, I think a snake latched onto me. And then he looks at his foot and he sees 2 little marks, and you can put the 2 and 2 together. A snake bit Jake. A banded crate from Fiji, the Fijian waters, bites Jake right under his left foot. Little ironic because he kept stealing left shoes, so it looks like he almost lost his left shoe.
I was going to bring that up.
God gave him. It becomes this thing. We get a cameo from the Survivor Players Handbook, which I never thought would see the camera.
Never allowed to be addressed on television.
Ever. Did not know it existed.
Wow. I had no idea.
We have a treasure chest behind our camp that you don't see. Is it a treasure chest for you guys too? Or
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it's a chest, and the sunscreen's in there, your contact solutions. So each person has a Ziploc bag with their initials. Mine had my glasses in case I went through all of my contacts. You had a thing for your contacts to go in and in your contact solution, and then whatever medication you're on. I was on 0 medication at that time.
No medication.
0 medication. I did see someone with medication on Micronesia with their initials, and I was like, oh, that person has that. Who knew?
Anyway,
I'm just saying. It also in that Survivor chat. I'm not doing the Russell Hantz podcast, by the way.
I was about to say, is that the surprise you have for us tonight?
No.
So Johnny, when you go on season 51, Second Chances or whatever, they're going to Redemption Island again. Do you think you're gonna need to take your Blue Chew in that little Ziploc bag?
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. If there's any way I can for the record, if my Ziploc bag could include joints
Do you think they'll let you put your wig in there, Johnny, or do you think you'll have to do the show actually bald?
Yeah, no, I need my
your toupee.
No, my toupee. I need my Propecia bills.
Yeah.
What else?
Could you guys hold on? Could you guys imagine if Jonny Fairplay finally gets called back to go play Survivor and he says yes?
Never
and
happened.
He goes, and the world learns that Johnny is actually bald or terribly balding.
It was a wig the whole time.
And they wouldn't let him bring the hairpiece on. And he's actually
I don't have a hairpiece.
Balding.
I take hair pills.
Could you imagine?
So you'll need that in your bag.
Okay, Gabe. If I'm buying a hairpiece, this is the one I'm buying.
Yes.
That's a great one.
Yes.
Consistent.
It's part of your brand.
Memorable.
Yeah,
I felt like you were implying that I wore a hairpiece the entire time.
No. That you've gone bald
I'm
in your old age.
just continuing the look.
Yeah.
My dad had a toupee. It was
really
great. He looked like Earl Thomas Conley, if you guys know that country singer.
So within this chest of medical supplies that Johnny described, there's also a handbook.
Yes.
That has all of the poisonous foods, all of the animals, the ones you can eat, the ones you can't eat, all the poison or all the venomous snakes. That are
pictures,
out there,
lots of pictures because we're stupid.
The whole picture book, yeah.
We're all stupid. It's not, hey, this looks like this. It's like, I'm not reading those words. No, it is literally like eight-year-old picture book.
I also thought, I found it pretty interesting that when Alex goes and he looks at it, like he doesn't tell Jake what he found. Yeah. But it was like, oh, that was the worst one you could have gotten bit by. So I thought that was a very interesting dynamic that took place. But anyway, so then Alex,
I'm good with that move. Would you want to like? You're
no, it was a great move. Oh, it was great. But I just feel like in that moment, when you add in like all the parts of being on Survivor and the stress of that moment, you might run out and be like, "Oh no, it's the worst one! No, it's the worst one!" Like for him to keep cool and be
dying.
Like,
"You're dead right now."
To be like, "Hey man, like it's not good," but like he kept his cool. So I thought that was very good from Alex.
I would fuck that up. Would you fuck that up, Gabe?
I like to think I would have been able. I to be honest, I don't think I would have gone and looked. I think I would have just.
I would have looked, and I would have.
Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen here. Especially if it wasn't one of my allies.
Whatever's
gonna happen here is gonna happen, and I'm just gonna sit here and answer any questions if they ask me.
Yeah. Bobby, are you running for the book or no?
Oh, I'm running for the book right away. And if I see that it's the most venomous thing, it's going to be the hardest thing ever for me to keep my mouth shut about it. Like,
but why is it hard? You're just going to be like, hey, it's bad. It's bad.
You're dying. You're dying.
I don't give a fucking Jeff's at the medical facility yet. Get him there now.
Yeah. No, I mean, can I also say this? I had no idea there was such a thing as a dry bite. I had never heard that in my life.
Neither did I. Yeah.
That you got bit by a snake.
I've got a few dry bites in my day.
I was going to say, I've been giving my wife dry bites for a couple.
You got a couple dry guys over here.
Yeah. I don't. Once you hit 45, it's a lot of dry bites in your life.
if you're a snake, I don't understand why you would ever dry bite. Like, why would you not just use your venom if you're scared enough to bite?
You got to make the venom. So, like, if they just release it, I imagine that they have to it's not like a steady stream of venom. They use it, and then it's got to reload.
It's like one warning bite to get you to go away, and then if
this
you
is like, hey, I'm not gonna. I can't deal with you. I can't eat you. There's nothing I can do with you. I'm not gonna use my venom to kill you. But it's like, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. I was like, this is a very moral snake. Like, this is like it has a rubber bullet it's gonna fire before it puts live ammunition. That's what it felt like.
It's a Jonny Fairplay thing. I've been to Playboy. When the Playboy Mansion was a thing, I went to the Playboy Mansion I think 6 times. And one night, me and Owen Wilson had a contest on who could
say, "Whoa,
do the most." So God, that sounds horrible.
Yeah, do the most what at the Playboy Mansion? There's a lot.
Yeah, I wonder what it could be.
Do the most could be a lot.
To hook up the most. So anyway, I'm not wasting. I'm doing some dry bites on the early rounds.
So then Jake,
I'm looking for longevity here, Gabe. This is before the days of Blue Tube.
then Jake gets taken onto the boat, and we get more behind the scenes footage than we've ever gotten in any Survivor episode in history. Jake is taken to the production base camp, which is something I haven't even seen as a former player. And he goes into what I assume is like their de facto hospital setup, and he's getting checked out by all these doctors. Jeff is doing a live documentary hit as all of this is happening. We learn that Jake's life is not at risk, but they do have to pull him out of the game because I didn't really get why they had to pull him out of the game. No, I'm not going to lie.
Right. I got to jump in here. Yeah. I just got to say that
Australian Survivor.
Hate to come back and ruin it, but this episode has literally everything that I hate about New Era Survivor all packed into one episode. And it starts with this like vague medical evacuation where it's like, hey, like you've been through a lot, and like Jake could have been like, no, I'm good. You know, he like the whole time he's just like, no, I'm cool. Like,
yeah,
you know, and I get it. Anyway, whatever. So they evacuated him, and it's just like it was cool to see all this. But Jeff Probst acted like he'd practiced this before. Like they have done a dry run of how this looks before, and they've been waiting for the right moment to like bring this in. And once you got this guy back at base camp, you're not going to be like, and do all this production stuff. You're not going to be like, yeah, now get back there. But yeah, Australian Survivor, they're like, they could be gone for 48 hours. They go to the hospital.
24.
They'll go to the hospital. They'll get fluids. It's like, okay, sit here for 24 hours and get some fluids and get back in the game. Who cares?
Yeah. Australia. I don't know if you're aware of this, Gabe. So Australian Survivor, they have, if you're medevaced from the game, but not, you know, out of the game, but medevaced from the game, you have 24 hours to re-enter the game. And during that time, you can go to a medical facility, get fluids, and get everything that you need.
So only they do like stitches and things like that. Like you can go get stitches on a wound
and then come back in.
Yeah, and then come back in.
Interesting. So the only thing I can think is that if they were like, we think it was a dry bite, but we need to keep an eye on this for like a day or two to make sure that, you know, because if we send you back out there and there was some venom in there that we just didn't catch right away, like you're dead. Like that's how that ends, is you're dead.
Okay, we sign a contract, Gabe. For those of you that haven't seen this, like the contract you signed for Survivor, like I don't know how big it is now, but like it was literally like this big, and like it was like an inch thick. And I'm just like, and they sent it to me. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to send it to my lawyer, have them look it over. And they're like, yeah, well, we have 80,000 people that don't need their lawyer to look over it. I'm like, okay, sounds good. So reading through it, there is literally a paragraph that says you will die. I mean, like, it's not you might, you could, whatever. It just says you're going to die. I'm like, all right, this sounds good. So I never thought like there are shows that I've done. I mean, like if I'd ever been cast on Bad Girls Club, I would be like, you know what? I'm probably going to die. I feel the odds are higher on Bad Girls Club.
I've never wish casted somebody onto a show quicker than I want to see Jonny Fairplay on Bad Girls Club.
On Zeus Network.
I am not familiar with.
Yes.
By the name alone, I'm guessing it's on.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. There's a lot of punches thrown. Yeah.
It's on VH1 or Rob.
Yeah, but I never thought that I could possibly. Gabe, did you ever think that was a possibility when you were out there that you could die?
Not die. I messed up my thumb. I sliced my thumb really bad, and I thought it got infected. And I was telling everybody who would listen, you can cut it off. If it's between me staying in this game and me leaving, you can cut my thumb off. And I was deadly serious about that. And everybody just laughed at me and was like, bro, just keep it dry and you'll be fine. And then like 3 days later, it was back to normal. So I had like 4 days where I was like, I might have to amputate my thumb out here, and I'll do it if they'll do it. But
my good friend Rome has 8 fingers.
Rome. Oh, our Rome.
Yes. Because he also knew that if he made it far enough, he was going to win.
Of course, right? So, but dying now.
He has 2 thumbs.
I was like, it's gonna take a lot to truly die out here.
Yeah.
One thing I also want to bring up is when they're bringing him in on the boat and they come back from commercial break and all the medical people are like, is he upright? Is he breathing? All this stuff. I'm expecting like him to be on the boat, like passed out or something like that. No, he's in the same exact sitting position from when we went to commercial break.
Yeah.
I was like, what is going on here? Do you guys not communicate well from the boat to the dock? Like that everything's okay.
But walkie-talkie technology in 2025 is just as bad as it was in 1985. Walkie-talkies.
They haven't evolved at all.
No, it's literally the same apparatus.
And as far as like him staying in the game, obviously it sucks. It makes sense though. They want to keep an eye on him just in case there is something there. The dry bite or not, like there is the risk that you could take, especially since he's malnourished. I can't even say the word right now. Malnourished. Thank you. And lack of water.
An extra syllable.
I was adding more. I don't know. But at the end of the day, like it does suck for him. The one caveat I will say is it was cool that they put that little part at the end saying that he did get back to see the birth of his child. So that was cool. I was glad that he got that.
Yeah, he didn't care. He wants to play Survivor.
Yeah. Could you guys have left and not seen the birth of your child? Your first child?
I left when Michelle was pregnant.
But it wasn't born, right? Like
but it wasn't like gonna be born during the time.
I mean, like, what if they had gone to overtime? I'm not coming back. It was like, hey, we're going to overtime, but you got a kid. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I'm staying here. I don't care. I mean, like, listen, the first year they're just it's crying, sleeping, poop factory. I mean, they're literally your memories start like age 2.
Yeah, but like it's the birth of your
as a parent.
So we actually talked about this on Gabe's Big Move, and I was with Saul. And I think that it's like it's a moment that you can never have back again, right? Like the birth of your first child. But if you go out to Survivor and you win, that child's care is taken care of forever. So it's like, do you sacrifice that personal moment that you have that the kid's not going to remember to pay for all of their childcare, to pay for their college, to pay for like everything that they're going to need for the rest of their lives, at least until they turn 18. Like, what is that trade-off worth it? And there's no right or wrong answer, I don't think.
There is no right answer.
I think you're thinking about it the wrong way. As your kid might not remember it, but your partner will remember it.
Also true.
Absolutely remember that they were there for the first year of your child's life. Alone, and then if it's the second one, they're there alone all of the time with a toddler and a baby. It is impossible. The first year is impossible. Now, if he was like timing up where it's like I might miss the first month or whatever, like you can have a lot of family around to help out during.
Well, now it's 26 days, so it's a month. That's it.
Yeah. So like that's a little different, but like to be gone for like an extended period of time during the first year, it is a lot.
Yeah.
I personally was not a lot of help during the childbirth.
No, you're not a lot of help ever.
Well, maintaining. Main Wayne is the cool answer.
It is ironic though, like you said, Gabe. It's ironic that the shoe bandit wasn't wearing shoes at the most opportune moment to wear shoes.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Could have had an extra shoe, especially on the left one.
So then Jake ends up getting medevaced and he has to go. So now the Kaylee tribe, who is the only tribe who has voted anybody out of the game, is down to 3 members. And surprise, surprise, we're still doing tribal tonight. So then they go to the challenge, which is nuts, right?
Crazy. Yeah. You don't just be...
Was it supposed to be a double? I mean, like if Jeff had said, hey guys, you guys aren't aware of this, but tonight was going to be a double tribal. If he had said that
was in the plan.
No.
I don't either. But like, but once Jake is out, it's just like, all right, guys, you have let's play for reward.
New question: if it was going to be a double tribal, why are you doing a double elimination on tribes of 6 or 4? Like that doesn't make any sense.
It was never going to be a double.
It's never going to be.
No, of course.
This was something that they just did on the fly for sure.
Yeah,
Right.
I was talking to Gabe about this earlier before you guys came on, that before we went live. I think what happened was this happened probably right the morning after they came back from Tribal. So they just didn't have enough content, right? So they had to continue to play out the episode where someone has to go home. It wasn't if it would have happened after Tribal or something like that, or even right before the challenge, even maybe then that's the person that goes home for that episode. Because it was so early in the process, they didn't have the content to not continue the show and have an actual tribal council.
Hey, crazy idea. Crazy idea. Do something totally new. Do a double reward challenge. These people haven't fucking eaten it all and come out and do a double reward. I know you got another reward challenge stacked around back there in Fiji.
I don't know. I also don't hate the having somebody go home still. I don't hate it. Like the game must go on. There's a game to be played here.
Yeah.
Folks. And I think they set themselves up for a cool moment where this blue tribe could have rallied together and we lost our guy and now we're going to go win and it's for Jake and for his unborn baby. And then they go and they lose again.
Yeah.
And so look, anybody who's watching who is either going on Survivor or wants to be on Survivor, the physical brute alpha male or female player, ancient technology in Survivor. The only kind of player when it comes to challenge aptitude and tribe strength that you should be concerned about is who can do puzzles. That is it. A team of middle schoolers that can do puzzles will win challenges in Survivor in the pre-merge.
Yeah.
It is the only thing that matters. I have never once in the new era, and I'm sure there's some example that somebody can pull up. I have never once in the new era seen a challenge where somebody or a tribe didn't get to the puzzle. Everybody can get it is designed.
The Jonathan Water Ladder challenge. That's the only one.
Okay, that's the only one. But nowadays, it's always two teams get immunity. So even if one tribe, like in that one, Jonathan dominates, you're still going to only have to beat one other tribe. There's never an instance where somebody is so physically lacking on their tribe that they don't make it to the puzzle. And you can be in a dead last. The other teams can have a 15-minute, 20-minute head start on you on the puzzle. But if you have the best puzzlers, you will finish in first place. So anybody who's watching moving forward, the new Survivor meta, physical brutes, people with physical prowess, ancient technology, vote them out right away. They will not help you in challenges. If you have somebody that's good at a puzzle, they are the most valuable person in your tribe. Every single disaster tribe through the new era, it is exclusively because they are the worst at puzzles in the game. They have the people on the cast who are the worst at puzzles by far. It's every single disaster tribe. So this whole we can't get rid of him because we need to win challenges and he's really strong. Ancient technology. It is time to evolve. The puzzlers reign supreme in the new era of Survivor. It's the only thing that matters anymore in the challenges. Rant done.
There you go.
Yep.
So I want to say two quick things.
Agreed.
Number one, piggybacking on your thought, Gabe. It is the new era and the old school version of Survivor are so different in that on fans versus favorites, when the favorites lost the first challenge, we all went back to the little lagoon and we're in the water. They're just like, well, that sucked. We have to make sure that never happens again. And it's like, okay. And it's just like, all right, well, let's figure out what our strengths are so we can position the people correctly to where they need to be. So Gravedigger James goes, I'm strong. And I'm like, yep, you sure are. That is the correct answer. You are very strong. We will put you in a place in which you need to be strong. And he's like, okay. And then Ozzy goes, I can swim. I'm like, yep, we've seen Survivor, Ozzy. You are correct. You can swim. You are very good at that. And Eliza goes, I'm good at puzzles. And I'm like, Eliza, who's not good at puzzles? Name someone with more than an 8th grade education level that's not good at a fucking puzzle. And she goes, well, what are you good at, Fairplay? I'm like, ratings.
And then what happened at the end of that episode?
The ratings went down. At the end of
Nobody watched the rest of that season of Survivor. After
no one ever watched what happened in Survivor Micronesia after episode 1.
I'm just saying.
Thanks a lot, yeah.
I haven't.
Down. So and also to going back real quick, that moment because they built that moment up pretty big with Jake and the Snake. Oh wow, Jake the Snake. It was Timu, Joe, and Eva.
What do you mean? Oh, like in terms of how much they were trying to build it up?
And the execution. It was low budget, Joe and Eva. Like it was just like, hey, we're gonna have a really big moment. You know the one we got nominated for the Emmy for? This is almost just as good. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, no. I like even the Joe and Eva episode I thought was like a little overhyped.
Well, yes, but this was definitely Timu, Joe, and Eva.
I do believe that they lost those Emmys, and Jeff went out and was like, "This will be our episode for the Emmys. We'll go super behind the scenes. This guy's life will be on the line, like blah 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 blah." And like I think that they were probably, at least in the editing room, being like, let's milk this for all it's worth.
I felt watching it, like when it all transpired, and then when Jeff does the explanation, I felt like I was watching like a season 2, season 3 episode of Survivor, and I'm just like, oh wow, they really don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, and like I don't know. I thought this whole episode, like, other than Jake and the Snake, which, was interesting. And like I said, it was cool to see, like the stakes be that high and to get all this, behind the scenes footage and everything. Like, I thought all that was very cool.
Very cool.
I was not on my phone when that was happening.
Yeah.
But everything else in this episode was like, this could have been an email. This whole episode, other than Jake,
dude,
other than what happened to Jake, could have been an email. It was so we get a little bit of Savannah versus Sage, and I thought that was interesting. I thought that was pretty cool. I like that Sage,
which we'll never see play out because they're going to do a tribe swap and they're going to be on separate tribes, and then Sage or Savannah is going to get voted out. So we're never going to see this play out or see what happens.
Maybe not. But like, I thought that was cool. I thought it was neat to see that Sage is clearly aware that like she is on the bottom. She's one of the 2 people on the bottom, and to want to go do something about that and to take quite a big swing, like going for the most popular girl in school. I thought that was a very interesting scene to get.
Yeah. Well, okay. Let's get to the Sage of it all.
Okay.
Sage
I love Sage.
Never kept a best friend throughout junior high and high school or whatever. Okay, I feel I would like Sage. However, no one likes the girl that takes an extra 10 minutes to fucking leave. And that's her, like, because we saw it's just like, hey, we're doing the journey thing. It's like, oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
I repeat myself. I'll be right back. And if that's like every time, it wears thin. I mean, like the 112th time that Sage is like 10 minutes, guys, and we can leave. It's just like, oh my God, if we add up all these 10 minutes that we've literally stood by the fucking front door of somewhere, that's like 18 years of our lives we wasted being your fucking friend.
Yeah. And I think that she seems, at least the editing is telling us the story that she is putting herself in positions to be outcasted by this tribe. And like, it seems like whether it's fair or not editing, like that's the story we're being told.
Yeah. And Shannon is more than down to be friends with the #1 hot girl.
Yes.
And I say this. Well, okay, so here's the thing. I say this with the utmost respect because as someone that didn't always fit in when I was younger, I understand a little bit where she's coming from. But when
Bobby, you're 6'3", how could you not fit in?
Oh, I definitely. I'm 5'2", apparently. No, I definitely have my group, but it took me a while to adjust, right? And I went to different schools, all this stuff. There was a lot of factors.
Growth spurt.
But growth spurt. Yeah, no, I was always tall. I just got a little fatter in my older age. So the thing is, the one thing I'll say, when you publicly announce that you're the person that keeps a jar of your blackheads, that you have a collection of blackheads, yeah, you're that kid. Like, you're that person.
Yeah.
And no,
It's like
and I get it.
Homer.
You're a little, eccentric. You're a little bit out there. You're a little goofy, but that also can rub off the wrong way to people, and it can also outcast you, especially when you're vocal about those things. So it's social awareness, and we had a lot of social awareness problems with Big Brother 27. I'll tell you that much. So I get it. There's just people that aren't socially adapting to their environments, and it puts them in that position. But I have all the love for it. I love to see that story play out on Survivor.
Like everyone understands. Everyone doesn't understand. They're like, oh, Omer's the greatest. Like, of the new era, Omer's my favorite. I'm like, Omer literally on episode 2, 3, or 4 said he sits down when he pees and tells other people that. I mean, I've had a discussion with him later about that, and I that's a lot. If you're a dude, and you're like, hey, I always sit down. I'm like, I love to sit down when I pee, but like, it's only out of necessity.
Johnny sits down when he pees because he has a catheter in all the time because his old man bladder can't keep up with the
hair pills.
Wayne, 2 questions.
First of all, I sit down to pee because I don't want to have to clean up my own piss because I'm lazy. But also, logistically,
your aim's that bad?
Absolutely. I have small toilets. Logistically, how
is here?
How do you keep a jar of blackheads? Not why. How?
I just finished watching Monster Ed Gein, and you can keep jars of lots of things. I learned.
No, but what do you collect?
Like the gunk that comes out.
The gunk from the blackhead, and you put it in a jar.
So it's just a jar of gunk?
Yeah.
And Ed Gein kept a can of bubble gum because you never know when you're going to need chewing gum.
And me and Bobby actually talked about this on last week's episode. That there was somebody who, I think it might have been Shannon, but somebody was like, Sage is like the funny one of the group, and it's when you kind of get typecast as that in a group of people, it's hard to ever be something more than that to that group of people.
Yeah.
It's like, I go to Sage when I need to hear something crazy that'll make me chuckle and forget how hungry
not for strategy
that I am. But like when I need to like get something off my chest, or when I'm really missing home, or when I'm upset about something, like I go to Savannah. Right. When I need to talk strategy, I go to Rizzo. Whenever I need some advice on what I want to do next, I go to Nate. Like, and that
the next Marvel movie I want to audition for, I go to Nate.
Well, there you go. Like, but it's never, like, and those 3 archetypes I just named are people you don't want to vote out. But if it's like, oh, we got to vote out the class clown, we got to vote out like, the weird girl, like, okay, like, oh, that sucks, but all right, that's fine. But it's like, oh, I got to vote out Savannah. Like, that's who I vent to like every single day. We got to vote out Rizgod. Like, that's who I've been strategizing with the whole game. Like, we got to vote out Nate. That's my fucking dad out here. Like, so, I think that Sage finds herself in a position where she is probably seen as quite expendable to her fellow tribe mates, but with a tribe swap looming, I think it puts her in a very good position because she can kind of sell herself as a free agent. So I think that there's room for Sage. Bobby.
Gabe, can I push back against that a little bit, though? Because wouldn't you want to keep someone that's as kind of oddball and goofy as Sage? Because no one's going to actually look at her for winning potential. And wouldn't that be someone you would long-term want to sit against because they might be a third-person GOAT at the end?
Yeah, but you're too early to think about that.
Yeah, so yes, it's something you should think about.
Well, so I agree with both those points. I think, Bobby, you're absolutely right. But I think when you're going to tribal in a group of 6 people in the pre-merge, it's kind of like this anybody but me mentality. And she's a very anybody but me person. But if you get to like, proper merge jury phase, like, yes, then Sage becomes the person you want to keep around. I totally agree with that.
Now that we're at the stage where we're going to merge tribes, isn't this a perfect opportunity to?
We're not merging tribes. We're just doing a tribes.
Tribe swap, whatever you want to say, tribe swap. Now that you're at a tribe swap, don't you want to keep her around because that is the person that, yes, they're expendable if you really need to, but now you can take targets elsewhere at these other tribes and keep her around as a potential GOAT.
Yes, and because of all the reasons you just said, I think if this tribe ever went to tribal, I think Jawan would have gone home. I don't think
I
they're
agree.
going to Sage.
I agree.
So for all the
we all
reasons you
know.
said, but if they went twice, I think Jawan and Sage, like it's been very
One and
clearly
two done.
stated to us, those two would be the two going home.
Jawan is Timu, Davey Rickenbacker.
Sure, yeah, I could see that.
And Cedric is Timu Nate.
Well, no, Cedric is
No.
like. Well, okay, but I don't know how Nate would act on a disaster tribe like Cedric.
He's
was.
on. Well, he is
Yeah,
on a
that's
disaster tribe of vibe talk. Holy shitballs! I would. Nate has a million times more the patience of me. Like fucking fire and vibe.
Cinema.
Kill me.
Let's talk
Cinema.
about
What
that
the fuck
tribe.
is Cinema. Oh my god! Stop it.
Cinema.
Like I remember the first
It's
time
cinema.
that Wendell said "wash" in front of me, and I was just like wash your feet.
But like washed up has always been a term.
He was like,
Yeah, like that's washed.
and I'm like,
Wayne,
I'm not allowed to talk cool anymore. I'm done.
Wayne, you were gonna say let's talk about tribe what?
I just want to talk about that tribe and the screen time that they got as far as like finding the Beware advantage.
Well, so like yes,
Because-
outside of the Jake and the Snake and Sage versus Savannah, it was all Beware
That's-
advantage. That was it.
That's all we got. And I have to say that again, this episode having everything I hate about it is let's all go look for this together. Hey,
Yeah.
this is he's acting like he's already found the idol. It's like, this is our Beware advantage or whatever. It's like, no, dog, you're the one losing your vote. Why? Like, I hate this whole, like, let's share this. Let's be open. It doesn't work. It's never going to work. Like,
No.
you keep everything secret. You don't find it. You find the Beware advantage as a group. You leave it there. Somebody else finds it. Fine. They lose their vote. You don't take it when everybody knows.
Credit to somebody who is sneakily my favorite player of this season through 3
Sophie.
episodes. MC.
Oh,
MC.
I
Found the
like
Beware
I like
advantage,
MC.
and everybody said that they were going to share it, and she found it, and she was like, "I'm
She's
only
like,
telling my number one ally about this."
Yeah,
And
I like.
made a statement, and she made a statement that I adored. She's playing a very Gabe-like game so far, if I may say. But she made a statement that I adore, where she was like, "I showed Steven that I had the Beware advantage and that I don't have my vote, and by showing him that, it means that I actually do want to play this game with him." The power of a hidden immunity idol does not lie in its ability to negate votes. It lies in the ability to build trust with other members of your tribe in an indisputable way. That is the power of advantages. That is the power of immunity idols. If you can successfully negate votes with it, that's great. But that's always a gamble. You can't say for certain if you're going to be right or wrong when you play an idol, but you can be certain about who you share that information with and who you build that trust with. MC clearly has some level of understanding about that.
Yeah,
And
one other
Alex
thing
is
I
up.
want to say.
All right.
I want to say too is, first off, to go back to the point of fair play not understanding the language. Yeah, fair play would be cooked. He doesn't even know what cooked means. Also, there's a reason you didn't get a callback
Cooked
for
means-
season. No,
Cook
just realized-
means good.
Wait,
Cook means
wait.
Good, Bobby.
okay. No, it's not. You're cooked. First off, I would say, and I want to say one thing too, is there's a reason you didn't get a callback for 50. It's because they were saving you for season 50 plus, because you got to be able to understand these references.
Oh,
So,
you know what? Maybe I
Survivor
need
seniors.
maybe I need a Watertown whiskey to figure it out.
There you go.
Is-
Yeah.
is
Maybe
that what
you
I'm
want
missing,
a
Bobby?
whiskey
well,
brought
yes,
to us.
I'm not sponsored by them.
They
well,
told us.
let's get to a quick commercial break from our sponsor, and then we'll get back to the MC talk of it all.
Watertown Whiskey, guess what? Philadelphia Eagles back-to-back. Here we go, Super Bowl champions. You see, Daniels, it is the Commanders' year. Woo! Super Bowl bound to Watertown Whiskey. It's back-to-back. The Chiefs are going back, and they're winning this time. Watertown Whiskey. Y'all boys heading on down to 8 Mile. Lions got this. Watertown Whiskey. It's the AFC's year, but it's the Chargers. There's only one thing I gotta say. Watertown Whiskey. Jets, Jets! Shut up. Hartford Whalers, we're going to the Super Bowl. They're close to Watertown, right? There's one thing we can all agree on. Watertown Whiskey. Escape the ordinary. WatertownWhiskey.com. Drink responsibly.
Watertown Whiskey, our sponsor here. Please drink responsibly. Whiskey made with natural flavors. Head over to WatertownWhiskey.com for more information. So I
got a drink responsibly question.
Drink responsibly, yes, in your own home as well. So
yes. Well, no,
what?
Should I do the Founders All Day IPA or the Foothills Coffee Infused Imperial Porter?
Both mixed together in a big glass. Let's
Johnny,
go.
I don't give a fuck, Johnny. I'm trying to talk about the Survivor episode. I don't give a fuck if you. I don't give a fuck if you drink the snake poison that didn't get injected into Jake tonight. I'm trying to talk about the episode of Survivor.
Okay.
So it's okay, Johnny.
I went with the porter. I went with the porter. Can I talk about my skin cancer now?
Yeah, Johnny has cancer. Everybody, congrats. Johnny has cancer.
I don't anymore.
Oh, well, yay. It's a celebration.
Actually, no, I do want to know what happened.
So Bobby makes fun of me because I watch Love Island, and I was watching Love Island after the villa, and Leah from last season, she had this mole that wasn't right, and I had some moles removed before I was supposed to go out for season 40, because I was just like, you know what, I hate. Do you have any moles, Gabe, or no?
I have these like beauty marks.
Okay, well, if you have moles in the water, the fish
call them moles.
The fish nibble on your moles. You know what I'm talking about?
No, yeah. I didn't know that. Really?
Yeah, if you have moles, like fish just come up and it's annoying. It's not like, you know, I'm not scared of it. I don't care. It's just literally just annoying. And I'm just
you're not setting up a joke. That's a real thing.
That's a real thing. Yeah.
They hit your moles.
Yeah, they fish are attracted to moles.
They probably think it looks like
I'm going Survivor.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, well, let me have these moles removed, because like I don't want any excuse. Like, I'm going on season 40, I'm winning season 40 of Survivor. So, so I had my moles removed, and so anyway, I had two right here on my near my shoulder, and they were removed, and like they just like. All the other moles were fine, and those just weren't right. And then I was watching Love Island Beyond the Villa, and she was like, I need to check these out, and I'm scared. I'm just like, well, I'm responsible now. Like, you know, I just bought a new business, and, you know, I have 2 kids and a smoke show fiance. I need to think about the future. You know, Gabe calls me Grandpa Fairplay, you know, so I need to think about the second half of life. You know, so I was just like, all right, let me get these checked out. So I went and checked it. They're just like, oh, yeah, they don't look good. And so they're like, we'll call you back in a couple of weeks and let you know. And I was like, a couple of weeks. And then I'm just like, oh, my God, I feel just like Leon on Beyond the Villa. So like, they told me it's going to be a couple of weeks. Like, why can't you just fucking tell me? So anyway, so they called. They're just like, oh, yeah, it's cancer. I'm like, oh, great. And they're like, all right, we're doing this thing called Mohs surgery, in which, you know, we cut it out. And we hope to go. We try not to go too deep, but deep enough. And then you start at 8 a.m. and then we put it underneath the microscope, and we make sure we got it all. And if not, we do it again, and then we check again, and then, you know, we do it again, and then we check it, and then we check it again, and, you know, and you could be here all day. And I'm like, oh, that sounds wonderful. And I am literally, if you, I'm a mess. I'm a fucking, like, I'm like, okay. Like, literally, like, people are walking by the room, and they're like, is this guy okay? I'm like, okay. And they're like, yeah, he says he's okay. I am freaking out. It's just topical, and it's just like, oh my God. And they were telling me the story. This guy was just like, they were really worried about, and then out of nowhere, he just leans back and closes his eyes. They're just like, man, this guy just found the zone. And, you know, and he's just like, fuck this. And then they found out afterwards, he passed out. As soon as they started, he passed out, and they just did the whole surgery. He had no idea. So anyway,
you wish you passed out?
Oh, God, more than life itself.
Wow.
More than life. I wish. So
on a scale of 10, on a scale of 1 to 10, how painful was it?
It's not the pain. It's just like your soul leaves your body. Like,
there's a knife digging into you.
This happened Monday morning, and it's now Wednesday night, and my soul is just now re-entering my body. Like, but it was too much. So
season 49 will do that to you.
Yeah.
So no, they cut it out, and then so I told the guy, I was just like, look, just a heads up, you might want to go. I'm not recommending this. However, you might want to go a little deeper than you think you might, because I'm not getting back in this fucking chair. I'm telling you right now. And he goes, well, even if we get it, you have to get back in the chair for me to sew it back up. I'm like, that's not a guarantee. It's fucking Prime Week, motherfucker. I can buy Super Bowl. There's no guarantees I'm getting back in this chair. But anyway, he did the cut. He went a little deep. I don't know, whatever. We went to breakfast. We came back, and they're supposed to send out like the assistant or the nurse or somebody. The doctor came out just shitting and grinning. He's like, Fairplay, come on back. I'm just like, you're smiling. You better be smiling. He's like, dude, you're good. We got it. You're good.
So Johnny doesn't have cancer, everybody. Johnny did have cancer. Now he doesn't have cancer.
And it's gone.
And now it is gone. Congratulations, Johnny.
Just a heads up to people. And I am the furthest thing from a public service announcement. And we all know that. However, my fiance yells at me all the time and tells me, wear sunscreen, wear a hat, do all the things. I am very vain. I am proudly vain.
No,
but you know what? It's not the worst thing in the world to wear a shirt when you go running. It's not the worst idea in the world to wear a hat, and it's definitely the best idea in the world to wear sunscreen and also to get checked, ladies and gentlemen. It's easy. It's from my perspective, and I don't feel like I'm any better than anyone else out there. It's very economical to get checked. Get checked, everybody, and do that.
Make sure you don't have cancer.
I have an Ohio body. I always wear a shirt when I run, but also I have an Ohio body. I don't really run that often.
Yeah, that's not for you. That's not for you. That's for everybody else. That's what you're doing for the people, not for yourself. Johnny's talking about something you do for yourself. So anyway, getting back to the survivor of it all. Thank you, Johnny. We're very happy that you're in good health and everything went good despite your soul leaving your body and just now returning to you. But what we were just talking about, MC. I think she's playing like one of the most interesting games so far, maybe the best game of this season. I'm super into everything that MC is doing. And there is Jessica Fairplay, the one and only.
Well, one thing I want to say too about the MC thing is, why are we not getting more of this background? Because last episode we saw that
she's an alternate
in. Well, yeah, but we saw that she was brought into the 4, and they didn't want to go with those 3, and told Sophie that they were coming after her. And now all of a sudden, her number one, Steven. Where did this come from?
We didn't get a single word from Sophie this episode. Not one word from Sophie.
We're getting nothing.
Who was the target of the majority alliance on Hina, and we didn't get a single word from Matt, who seemed to be the ringleader of the alliance on Hina. So but this is what happens.
3 tribes
have disaster tribes.
Yeah,
is that you don't get any time for the other 2 tribes, and God forbid one of them find a beware advantage, because then anytime you do get for the tribe that episode, it's going to be spent finding and solving this beware advantage.
And this is what happens when you. This is what happens when you get 30 minutes of Jake the Snake over here as well.
Yeah. Well, there's the Jake the Snake. But no, here's the problem. We're gonna get returnee seasons after 50. I think the ratings are gonna dictate. It's just like, holy shit, we do like this. And then Jeff's gonna be like, you know what? I'm wrong. Maybe we should do some more. And then we're gonna get our 2 tribes and be like, you dumb fuck. Now's not the time. Like, we know these people. We don't need 2 tribes now. Like, if this guy had only figured out the magic is very simple. If it's new people, 2 tribes, returnee seasons, 3. That's it. Well, because I don't need the backstory on the people that I don't need the backstory on. Like, even in a 3-tribe returnee season, there's some filler, and I don't need just seeing them wave and say, can I get a hug, Jeff, is enough for me.
Yeah, okay, I see.
Yeah.
The problem is also, I think with 90-minute episodes that we didn't have in the past, we're still getting less of these tribes than we ever got before. So like the three tribe format, even with 90 minutes, still doesn't compute to the viewing audience. We have no idea what's actually going on with this yellow tribe, where last week it was MC's going against these three, and now all of a sudden Steven's her number one. What the hell? Where did this come from? So
because we're getting a commercial break in 2 segments of a challenge that we don't need a commercial break in 2 segments of a challenge. There's where our time is going. I would rather those 8 minutes go towards tribal interaction.
No, I totally agree. And this yellow tribe has been severely under-edited this season. Like, severely under-edited. And I mean, at least in this episode with the red tribe, we got a little bit of like Sage, you know, like what we talked about, Sage waking up to what's going on and actually trying to make a move against, you know, clearly the ringleader and most popular person on this tribe. Yellow, we got nothing.
What's her name? Christina?
Christina.
Yeah. I'm only asking because I don't know, because they have yet to.
She's not in the show.
Yeah.
Sophie. Also, Sophie is not in the show.
If Christina is new Cerie, and let's just say, for argument's sake, Christina plays a new Cerie-esque game, and make the fact that the first 5 episodes or 3 episodes you've shit the bed this fucking hard on telling
let's also be clear. I don't think anyone has marketed her as new Cerie other than Johnny. I think that's
I love the idea of new Cerie Christina,
but that's fine. But you're making it seem like she's been hyped up as that, and now
just the fresh off the couch Vanna.
How do you know that's who she is, though?
We don't know. We don't know anything about
it. Okay.
No, she had one little segment. She's like,
because she was like, I'm scared of birds and I'm scared
of
yeah.
That was we've got nothing outside of that. But I mean, I give that like I'm hoping in a shittier version of storytelling that we're getting in the new era. In that shittier version, I'm like, oh, this is new Cerie. I'm for it. Like, can I please co-sign here?
Well, and also the only thing we've ever gotten of Jason is that Jason's good at puzzles.
That's
literally the only thing.
He's an alternate and he's good at puzzles.
Well, no, I think Jason and MC, as we heard, they're both the alternates. They're just like, we have nothing on the storyboards for the first 3 episodes for them, so we're just not going to include them.
I think that's probably a good shout. And which is why it made me happy that we got to see some MC this episode, that she was the one who found the Beware advantage. So they were kind of forced to give her that screen time.
Sorry, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I wonder how upset production is, to Wayne's previous point, that two of the Beware advantages on the blue tribe and on the red tribe were ones that they all just found together. You know, that like there's no strategy, there's no social deception going on. And even if the majority on yellow had gotten their way, that's how that would have gone as well. I'm curious, Wayne, what is it about that you don't like?
I just think that like you get so many times to really like have the game make you tell impactful lies, and I think like finding these advantages and then like you have to drag a ball and chain through the woods, like. This is a small camp. I haven't even been out there, but I know you're not going to be able to do that without being noticed. This isn't like the old Survivor where you could kind of get lost. You could travel to the other side of the island or whatever. Like this is like, no, you've got your little camp. And if you go too far, they're going to say, hey, you've gone too far. And so you can't do these things unnoticed. So it just becomes this like, I guess we have a group thing and I don't get to lie to anybody about it, but now I'm a target. Like if you find these things, you become a target because everybody knows about it. And we've seen it in the past where it's like the vibe tribes like, oh, we just share it all. We tell everybody everything. It's like, that's not what Survivor is. Survivor is lying to each other.
Yeah.
It is lying to each other until you find the people you trust and then you tell them the truth. And it takes away what you were talking about earlier, Gabe, where these advantages, it's not having the advantage and saving yourself a tribal and playing it. It's being able to show it to that one person and be like, you're my person. Let's go win this game.
Yeah, no, 100%. And this whole concept of vibe tribe is like a relatively new thing. Like that's a product of having 3 tribes as well, because you develop these tribes that never go to tribal because they're never finishing in last. They're always finishing in first or second place, which is enough to keep you out of tribal council. and they don't really get an opportunity to play. Like,
right.
And that's something that the players are being deprived of by having this 3-tribe format. And I know that we're talking about the 3-tribe format a lot tonight, but I think the issues that exist with it really showed themselves in tonight's episode with this idea of we're never going to tribal, so we never need to be put in an uncomfortable social situation where we have to lie to each other. We're never put in a situation where we know somebody's going home. We can just hang out all day. And then before you know it, that becomes your routine. That becomes the way you live life, is 6 people never leave each other's sight.
And we're never going to fuck out over each other.
and you fool yourself into thinking that we're the vibes tribe. But really what that is you are now scared to play the game because you've never been forced to play the game when you drop in. And every time, go back and watch. All the vibes tribes of the new era seasons get decimated at the merge.
Crushed.
They get ran through like a wet paper bag at the merge. And who often does very well at the merge? The survivors, no pun intended, of the disaster tribes, because they understand, like, this is not a kumbaya game.
They played
survival. People I like. I gotta lie to people, and I know what it's like to go to tribal, and I know what it's like to do a scramble. I know what it's like to lose a challenge. Like, all of those things prep you so well for the merge, and the inverse sets you up for so much failure. And yes, Johnny, Tuku is a perfect example of that, although we were not really a vibes tribe.
I know. But you were in my favorite version of the new era of Survivor. You're the closest thing to a vibe tribe. So
I don't know about that.
I just
just in terms of numbers, it's like, we're all good.
We had the most people taken into the merge. Yes.
Yeah. I just want to rewatch. Sorry, go ahead, Johnny.
I got the kumbaya of it all. Can we make a rule and bring in some other survivors on this? That if you're on a new season Survivor, you say kumbaya, whether positively or negatively, we get to punch you in the face.
You got to go. You got to go.
Are you in on this though? Like when we meet them in public, if you said that on the show,
then I get to sock you.
Yeah, not me. Like we get to sock that person.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah.
I'm just making sure that clear.
Well, I'm not disagreeing, but explain why you feel that way.
It's just that it's too much. I literally heard the words kumbaya 86 times in 2 episodes.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's because of this fucking vibe tribe bullshit and the cinema of it all. No Riz, no cap.
I want to say this too. So when we're looking at like disaster tribes, right? You can showcase the disaster tribes while also still showcasing the other tribes as well. Now, here I want to get to this person's comment because I think it brings up a good point. They're saying the exception is Matt Singh, but even on that season, you still got to know a Jeff Kent, an RC, and Abby Maria, who weren't part of that tribe. We still got the development of those characters on our screen. And we have 90-minute episodes that we did. Yeah, exactly. We had 60 minutes back there. Now we have 90 minutes, and we're still not
3 tribes or 2?
3.
That was 2 tribes. Oh, that was 3. Okay.
3.
Yeah. So you can do they managed to give us the Abby Maria of it all.
Yeah, I think so. But here's the thing, though, is that like when you really learn about tribes and the dynamics and the social deception at play is during the pre-tribal scramble. That's where it all comes out, because then it's not just like, well, I'll say this now, but if I change my mind later, then I'll go over here and change my mind. It's like, no, what I'm saying now needs to hold true in 45 minutes when I'm putting pen to paper. So it's like, and when you don't get those pre-tribal scrambles, then like it's just difficult to really convey that to an audience of what's really going on, because nothing really needs to matter.
Yeah, and if you're brilliant like a Michelle Fitzgerald or a Danny Boatwright who won the show not being production's favorites, you're not showing your fucking cards when you're in the Vibe tribe. Why would it's just like, hey, Gabe, who are you cool with? Everybody. Like, you know, just like, hey, well, who do you have heat with? No one, because why would I? We're the Vibe tribe. Because you don't give them the ammunition to use against you when you're not production's favorite.
Wayne.
Oh, thanks. Sorry. I was just going to say, we always talk about 3 tribes, and I actually put some thought to it. I think I figured out a fix. So if anyone from Survivor Productions listening, here's how you fix this 3 tribes. This is it. 3 tribes. We're in. No second place. First place wins immunity. Second and third both have to vote somebody that then have to go and make fire, and the loser goes home until you merge. You do it every time until you merge. Everybody loves making fire. Let them show they have to make fire.
Fans don't like making fire, I'll tell you that much.
What? So
or something else, or whatever else. Make them climb over something, under something, and do a puzzle.
Chlamydia challenge.
But do a mini challenge. So both tribes have to vote somebody out, and each of those people have to do a little mini challenge, and the loser goes home. You kind of get the. So I think there's something. So you get two. I kind of like 2 scrambles.
Yeah. Two votes. It's not Wayne. It's not fire necessarily. It's the challenge. Like
another challenge.
Challenge. The two people.
Yeah.
They have
like a hallway brawl,
and it changes every time. Like it could be.
I don't know, guys.
Well, but also,
I don't hate it.
Here's what's cool about that too, is that then you get the social fallout of somebody being voted out, but then having to go back to camp and be like, "Hey, so it was me, huh?" And then like you have to do the damage control of that. And then
I love it.
It would be kind of sweet if someone
Wayne picks Survivor,
kept getting voted out, kept winning the elimination challenge, and then made it to the merge and was like, "Fuck all of you guys."
Yeah. I'm with everyone else but you.
And then you get some pretty cool like intertribal, things. And I kind of like this idea, Wayne. Yep. And then are the tribes present to watch the challenge? Maybe not. Maybe you vote somebody out. They have to walk down the walkway, and then you just have to wait to see if they come back or not. Like this is kind of a cool idea.
Maybe first place gets to watch.
Wow. I like this. This is
that's just like a challenge. The winning team gets to watch the bullshit.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Are we just reconstructing the challenge?
Well, guess what? They stole a lot of shit from the challenge over the years. Why not steal that? That's the best thing they haven't stolen.
I've never watched the challenge, so this is all new to me.
That's a gimmick they do, and it's really cool.
Yeah, but this is a little different. This isn't like a house voting.
Is better.
This is Survivor. Like you put them up against it, and then you have 3 tribes, but then we have to see 2 tribes working. You really have less.
Well, I need 2-hour episodes because they're really having trouble with 90 minutes. I'll be honest.
Well, here's the thing.
You won't have a disaster tribe. You probably won't have just a disaster tribe. Like you won't have one that just wins first place all the time. Everyone's going to get put up to vote out.
Here's my question for you guys, though. In that situation that you bring up, how are we going to be able to fit that plus tribe dynamics at the same time, right? Because you're not
we're not getting tribe dynamics now.
Gabe Ortis explained it. The real tribe dynamics is when you're going to tribal. That's when you really know what people are saying.
But let me finish, because the thing is, you have to do 2 tribal councils, then a challenge on top of that. So to fit all of that in, and also
it's a quick challenge. It's a quick challenge.
Then they need to speed up the original challenge. Do we need to have?
Oh no! The original challenge does not have a commercial break.
I think first off, you reel back heavy on beware advantages. You
they're done.
Screen time of beware advantages in half. I think.
Or we're done. Or we don't have them.
I think you can get probably journeys. 10 minutes. You can get 10 minutes of screen time.
Cut the journeys.
Yes. Way cut back on journeys. And it seems like they're already kind of transitioning journeys into mini challenges. You take that and you turn it into this elimination challenge, right?
And you put journeys in when there's 2 tribes, when you merge and you get rid of the elimination challenge and you're just voting out. It's just when you're down to 2 tribes, you just vote out, and then you can have a journeys come in or whatever. Put in a beware advantage after the merge.
This is just a proto idea, but I'm into it. I think there's something here.
Call it Paramount. Give me a job. Let's go.
I think there's something in here.
And Jonathan LaPaglia is our host.
There you go. JLP.
JLP.
This is Fired Island.
Can we call it Dumb Survivor? Can we do the Nathan Fielder
That's
where he did
fine.
Dumb Starbucks?
I'm more than okay with Dumb Survivor.
And we just get all the survivors that didn't make it onto 50, including Gabe's new favorite. The media is all abuzz about Gabe saying that Jerry got snubbed. I don't know if you saw the article.
Yeah. Just Jerry. Some dude interviewed me and wrote an article from the interview where I said Jerry should have been on 50.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wrote an article about you?
The article's more about Gabe than it is about Jerry.
Yeah, exactly. And there's another one coming out too.
God bless. Hey, Reality After Show. Become a patron.
So, unfortunately,
I didn't say that at all.
Unfortunately, we do not have that format, and they do the challenge, and the Blue Tribe gets to the puzzle again, and they lose again. They don't even come close.
No,
they can't do puzzles because they're terrible.
I feel like Annie I feel Annie was still calling the moves. It's like do that one. It's like that one doesn't move. Oh, okay. Alex. Like he literally had the right piece. It's just like
it was the right plea. Yeah,
dude. I watched Rome not get a single puzzle piece on one, so you can never show me a worse performance. Nothing can surprise me with the puzzle after that.
Listen, are you starting this Rome beef again?
Bro, I didn't start that. I didn't start nothing.
Me a spot in Kansas City.
oh no! You didn't get to play Mafia in some weird lady's apartment because
I did not.
Oh no!
I don't know what Mafia.
Sounds like he saved you. Jesus.
I don't know what is Mafia.
Survivor in real life.
It's just like a game. Like
oh no, you didn't get to hang out with
Rupert and Carolyn. Your dream. I know. I'm sorry.
I've hung out with both Rupert and I'm hanging out with Jam next week. I'm pretty excited about that pick of the options.
That's gonna be fun
because I had options. Right. You are aware.
Let's finish this episode because nothing happens.
So we
the challenge
to the tribal scramble.
Whoa! They played for a tarp and hammocks, and then the other tribe got I hate the word team. The other tribe got a smaller tarp. Hammocks. Are hammocks necessary? I don't like hammocks on Survivor.
I love the hammock.
Oh, really?
I love it.
Oh, did you have one?
Yeah, we had two. Well, we didn't win it, but once we merged, the tribe that won it brought
and you were in it
all the time.
See, I love the hammock. I'm not a hammock guy.
All my best conversations in Survivor happened in the hammock.
Like, were you in it by yourself or with the other person?
Cuddle party.
Both.
Really?
We had two hammocks. Yeah.
Yeah, you sit sideways.
Well, no, I mean, but can you fit two in one hammock?
You could, yeah.
Did you do that sideways and you turn it into a swing chair?
It didn't make the cut. I'll say that. But no, I loved the hammocks. The hammocks.
Gabe and Sue got down in the hammock.
Moving on.
I'm just 39-year-old. Wait, are you a hammock guy?
I mean, I don't have the time to enjoy a hammock currently, but if I'm on Survivor and it's like,
well, no, have you ever been in a hammock?
Yeah, of course I have. I love it.
You love it.
Love a hammock.
I hate a hammock. Bobby, why are you out on a hammock?
I mean, hammocks, whatever. It's like it's just comfort. Like what is there to hate? I mean, it's been a long time, but I've been in one.
See, we have hammocks like downtown. My fiance is like, let's lay in the hammock together. I'm just like, all right,
like I
literally start the fucking stop clock.
I'm taking a stance right now. You didn't ask public hammocks. I'm not laying in public hammocks. I'll lay in private hammocks.
Well, I think a Survivor hammock is a public hammock.
No, it's a tight group. There's only 5 people. That's fine. That's private. There's 4 people in my house.
It's intimate.
I'm just saying, I'm not going downtown and sitting in public hammocks. In any downtown in America, in the world, I'm never sitting in a public hammock. So no, if it's public hammock, no, I'm not sitting in it. No way.
Gabe, you're anti-public hammock too?
Yeah, definitely not public hammock.
I just imagine a 20-person wait list for like this public hammock. You each get like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
What are you in line for? The hammock?
There's a bouncer there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I got a fast pass for the hammock.
There's not a line for the hammocks where I live.
Hey, no food on the hammock. Eat your churro and then.
Why are your shoes off of the public hammock?
I know.
So there is a pre-tribal scramble with just 3 people. One of them being Alex has an idol. And obviously it's impossible to scramble with 3 people. So it's just, let's all talk to each other one-on-one, and everyone's going to say we're going to vote out the person that's not here, right? Alex and Jeremiah are going to tell each other they're going to vote Sophie. Sophie and Jeremiah are going to tell each other they're going to vote Alex. Alex and Sophie are telling each other they're going to vote Jeremiah, right? Like, it's just this kind of merry-go-round, and all of it's a lie except for one pairing of
Jeremiah explains to Alex, who is a Libra, and
Leo, or was it Libra?
I thought it was a Libra.
It was a Libra.
He is
Libra.
Libra.
Okay.
Libra, yes. And I was like, "Ooh, is Libra code for stupid?" And apparently, it is not.
Yes. So
that was literally all we're like. That the commercial break led us to what does because I'm sitting there on my phone. I'm like, does Libra mean you're stupid? Because that's where Jeremiah. Fast forward, Jeremiah has a huge career in the world of anime as doing little kids' voices. The fact that Jeremiah's not on Pokemon, K-pop, Dragon Hunters, or whatever they're fucking called.
Demon Hunters, get it right.
Demon Hunters,
Come on,
get it right. How dare you?
Who's to say?
Dads know this shit.
Who's to say? There is a career for Jeremiah in doing voiceovers, because every time Jeremiah talks, like, because I'm taking notes as I'm doing, and it always bleeds in me taking notes, like at my phone, and then Jeremiah starts talking. I'm like, oh my God, who's this amazing little kid that I want to watch them perform superpowers? And it's Jeremiah every time. So Jeremiah, I love you.
Unfortunately, Jeremiah goes home after that very nice soliloquy. Jeremiah goes home. There was a chance maybe Alex didn't play his idol. He didn't need to play it, but it was a good move to play it. I would have played it 100
You always play it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, if you don't play that idol, I say kumbaya or don't play your idol. I'll punch you in your face.
Yeah.
I will say.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Bobby. I'll just say.
Come on, figure it out.
Come on. I'll just say shortly that this is another example of why I hate this 3 tribe and the disaster tribe, and what always seems to happen is because this like final 3, final 4 gameplay is supposed to be the treat when everyone's battered and bruised at the very end of the game, and it's like it's all they can focus on. And this is 6 days in, like they're kind of starving, but this isn't. It's not supposed. We're not supposed to get this type of gameplay this early in the game when there's still 12.
That's a great point.
Savannah's had 3 aqueducts,
right?
Possibly more.
And Sage has had 72 pisses. So, at the same time, guys, when it comes down to this, when you're in a 3-person tribe position, I'm so glad he played this idol, and he can be as mad as he wants that he played it and didn't need to. You absolutely, and I've said this a million times, in the position like this where you've got only 3 people, there's nowhere to hide, get rid of it. If anything, it's only a target on your back. Secondly, when you get to the position where we eventually get there where they have to get rid of someone, and it's how does the format go, guys? Gabe, you'll have to remind me in the new era where they get to the point or right before the jury aspect, and you have to get rid of someone. The split tribal. Always use it. If you have one, use it there 1,000%. It doesn't matter. Always use it. If you have it, the fact that we still see people in the split tribal thing not use it blows my mind.
Yeah, I don't think it was in question with Alex. I think Alex is a delegate, or he works for a delegate. He's working on Capitol Hill. He's smart enough to know that you have to use your idol, and there's
100% of the time.
Yeah,
and Jeremiah goes home. I mean, Jeremiah was a player that, goes out early. We don't get to learn a whole lot about Jeremiah. I thought he was fun. I don't have a whole lot to say.
Jeremiah was equal footing Geo. I enjoyed Geo a lot.
Yeah, I think that's.
But I felt both Geo and Jeremiah were better versions of what was his name? Rome? Was it Rome? Romeo, yeah. Romeo made it final 3, but I did not enjoy Romeo as a viewer. I met him. He was nice. I love Geo more. Sorry, I picked favorites.
Geo will be in Washington D.C. next week.
There you go. I love Geo.
That I will also be at.
I'm not voting out Geo. I'm voting out Romeo in a heartbeat.
So I thought that, we got probably the most dramatic evacuation that the game has ever seen. I think that's fair to say, right? Like him and Scoop. I think it's those two.
I would say
I'm not with douchebag cowboy. What was his name?
Yeah, that was probably the most too. That and then also,
Caleb.
Caleb. I would also say
we've never gotten it's never been like this where we saw them go.
I enjoyed all the behind this. I enjoyed watching the DVD extras, Gabe. I co-signed that all day long. But the actual thing was just like, I don't really care.
I agree with that.
This is super fandom. The super fans care about seeing this. Like, I've never seen this. Oh my god!
Great.
Meanwhile, anybody that's just casually watching is like, okay, is this guy gonna live or die? Can we go back to watching?
Okay,
yes,
we
go back to watching him climb up and over stuff. And that's why it just tells me, like, I think you're right. I didn't put it two and two together. They're trying to get that like Emmy episode every season. They're trying to get that Joe and Eva, and they're shooting everything. I mean, Jeff was so clean sitting outside in that porch, giving the breakdown of what's happening, where his life might be in danger. And if his life was actually in danger, they would not have made that big of a show about it. And it still felt like an episode, like a bad episode of The Pit. It was like, I mean, they're going to get a lot of credit for it, but it's like, it's not really that impressive to me. And it seems like it was more like, they were just waiting for the opportunity to do this. They're like, and yeah, anyway.
I agree.
Hey, Jeff has a new book coming out. Did you see that?
Yes. I'm glad Jake's okay. I'm glad Jake got to see his kid.
Gabe, do you think you're in Jeff's book?
No, I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about this.
You've seen it?
No, not Jeff's book. There's another book coming out that I know I am in.
I'm in another book.
So okay. I don't think I can talk about it yet.
Go ahead. I'm in another. I think I'm in the same book.
All right. Well, after we're done, we'll talk about it. I don't have anything left to say. We know this.
All right. Well, so you don't think you're in Jeff's book?
No.
I think I am in Jeff's book. I'm curious as to what he has to say. Because the revisionist history of it all is so insane. As I said, the Emmys red carpet, when he was just like, "Hey, why wasn't Parvati on there?" He goes, "Oh my God, we literally just did like last season Winners at War, so there's no way that we could call previous winners to be on the show." And I'm like, "Oh, wait a second, Jeff, wasn't the first fucking phone call Boston Rob?" And he said no, but you couldn't call Parvati. So his like the liar meter is fucking through. So it's just like, what is in the book of Jeff? So it's just like, hey, the dead grandma lie, I knew the entire time. Not true, because I listened to the fucking Weird Al Yankovic podcast, and shockingly, there's a former producer who's just like, yeah, and I didn't even know that. I found this out 19 years after the fact. I do the dead grandma lie. Jeff's in the back. He's on speakerphone, gets my grandma. He's like, I'm going to go tell them. And Mark Burnett's like, tell them what? He goes, oh, I don't know if you heard. Johnny was lying. His grandma's not dead. I'm going to go tell them. And Mark Burnett goes, the fuck you are? And he was like, no. He lied. And he was like, yes, that's great. And he goes, I shouldn't tell them? He goes, no, you shouldn't fucking tell. So I am very curious, because if this is a moment, it has to be in the book. What are they going to show in Jeff's notes of how that happened? Because according to a big producer that was on Weird Al, he's like, this is how it really went down. And I'm like, holy shit balls. This guy was really good.
Weird Al had a podcast.
Yeah, same.
I want to listen to that.
Yeah.
Not the Survivor one. I'll skip that.
So next time on Survivor, we know that there's going to be a tribe swap. Hopefully, it'll kind of dump some rocket fuel on this season that I think it desperately needs so far. But I would say I do like this season more than 48 thus far.
I like it more than 48, but I don't like I thought episode 1 was great. I thought episode 2 was a dud, and I know what they were looking for in episode 3, and it's not for me. And if that's what they need and it works, kudos to them. I don't care. It's not for me. I felt like this was as Wayne said, you could have, or Gabe, one of the two, you could have emailed
No,
us.
it was Bobby.
Yeah.
Or Bobby. Okay, there we go. He'd be third of my guesses.
Well, if you want to stay up to date with all the cool stuff we're doing here on the Reality After Show, Bobby, you can go check him out on twitch.tv/Bobby Goodsby, doing tons of cool content. Big Brother is now over, so what does Bobby have in store? You're going to have to go tune in to find out. We'll be doing Survivor recaps every single week right after the episode here, just like you watched tonight, immediately after Wednesday night's episode. Well, maybe not next Wednesday because, or at least I won't be here and Johnny won't be here, so you're going to have to stick around with Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby and Wayne.
Bobby and the boys. Here we go.
Bobby and the
boys.
We might have a special guest, so I'm working on it right now.
There we go. We have a special guest.
So twitch.tv/Bobby Goodsby to stay up to date with all the cool stuff he's doing. I'm doing Gabe's Big Move. Missed this week's episode because I wasn't able to do it. But next week we will be back with Gabe's Big Move, talking about another big philosophical, big picture topic in the world of Survivor. Bobby, anything else to plug, or is that it? Check out our NFL recap show. We're doing it every Thursday right before Thursday Night Football kickoff. We're previewing the previous week, we're recapping the previous week of NFL football, me, Bobby, and Johnny, and we are previewing the upcoming week right before Thursday Night Football kicks off. So come join us right here on the Reality After Show for our NFL show. It's been so much fun. The first year we're doing it, it's been a great time. Go check us out.
And I will say, too, I go live every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 12 noon Pacific to 2 p.m. Pacific, live streaming about Big Brother, Survivor, Amazing Race, all of it. It's reality TV. I cover it, and we will be talking live in chat. Get your chat read live on screen. I read everyone's chat and address you guys while you guys get your comments on Big Brother, Survivor, everything that is reality TV. With that being said, guys, we got to get out of here. We will see you next Wednesday. At least Wayne and I will, and possibly special guests. We're working on it. We will see you next Wednesday, immediately following the East Coast airing of Survivor. All right, until then, we'll see you guys later.